So yes, today is the last day of 2024, 31st of December, and we've reached the end. And I wanted to kind of just sit down and have an end of year talk and discussion with you all as my audience and pretty much just let it out. Just let it out, have a conversation, just explore and explain where my mind and thought process is and how things have been for 2024 leading into 2025. And it's been a very, very good year, but I'm kind of in a different state emotionally that I kind of just wanted to express and just have that conversation. So this is going to be unscripted and I will try and keep this short and sweet, but I do have a tendency to ramble. So bear with me and be patient with me, because the main thing I wanted to get down to and say is thank you. Thank you for allowing me to have the best year I've ever had when it comes to doing content creation as a whole, especially on YouTube, which is not just my favorite platform, but the most meaningful and the platform that's looked after me the most. Just a bit of context, I think my first video upload would have been July 2020, not 2020, July 2016. So I think counting it all overall, it's been slightly over 8 years on YouTube in total. Now, those early years were quite on and off. I feel like things really came into their own 2020. And I kind of did a video similar to this at the end of 2020. So it puts things back full circle. It's not something I do on a yearly basis, but my gut was really telling me to just have this kind of video done. Because I've been feeling away. And for doing YouTube that long, and I would say properly from 2020, where it was just something I really stuck to and gave it a bit of meaning, I'm really grateful that this is the first time ever in a calendar year from January to December that I set out a target and I actually achieved it. So this is a good thing. And it's all thanks to you all. You as my audience have been rocking with me and really showing out on every single video that I've been posting. And I'm grateful. It's helped look after me. It's helped look after my family and so many other people that I've just connected with. But mainly you as my audience, it's just been extraordinary to be in this position. And I count myself as one of the lucky ones, unfortunate ones, to be able to do this for a living and make something out of it. Even though I don't think I've made it in any meaningful way, I'm getting there. But to still be able to do what I've been able to do this year, the brands I've worked with, the places I've gone, the type of content I've produced, I'm genuinely one of the lucky and fortunate ones to do this for a living. So thank you. So this is actually a good one, because at the beginning of the year, I set out that 3 things. Bare minimum to at least finish on 60K subscribers. The actual target was 70K subscribers. At the time of this recording, on about 70.5, which is great. Heading to 71K. And then if there's some miracle, some luck that occurred, maybe hit 100,000 subscribers for 2024. Now, the 100,000 subscribers didn't happen, but the 70K did. So I'm really, really happy and grateful for it. And if I actually look at how things have gone, wow. I did not think it would go the way it did, especially with the type of content I've been doing. You've been seeing a lot of technical testing with smartphones, and they are brutal. But it's taught a lot about myself that I've enjoyed them. I've enjoyed them way more than I thought, you know? And I think not just in terms of the quantity, but the quality and the improvements, the feedback, listening, pushing, probably some of the best you're going to see on the platform, right? And that's just me being humble about it, but confident to say that I think that's really set the precedent as a standard and just elevated things. So thank you for just allowing me to really just exercise that part of me, you know, and I'm really grateful for it. But at the same time, I'm kind of left thinking, what else do I need to do to really hit that threshold? Because you see, anything meaningful to happen within this space is about the numbers. It really is about the numbers. And I want to escape it. You want to escape it as a content creator as much as possible, but the numbers almost don't lie. And I say almost for a reason, because there's intangibles that you really have to look at and value. But you see, these numbers just don't escape you, right? And what do I mean by that? the silver play button, 100,000 subscribers. You see, YouTube has this thing where they celebrate creators that hit certain milestones because they know it's very difficult. And I'm not going to sit here and act like it's not something I've not wanted for a while, especially this year, because of the momentum. We talk about numbers, we talk about quality, we talk about quantity. It's all the content, right? Good content, good thumbnail, good presentation wins it all day. And I'm just going to look at some numbers and throw at you, just to give you a bit of perspective of what we went through from last year and the year before and the year before. If we're looking at 2021, within that calendar year, the channel did like 1.1 million views, grew by 9.5K subscribers. Really grateful for that. Then we're going through into, 2023. And this is something where last year, it really just blew my mind how we did, 14.2K subscribers growth, 3.1 million views over the year, like crazy. Best year yet. And if you look at 2022, 2 million views, grew by 10K subscribers. And if we look at what this year has been 7.1 million views, doubled up and grown by almost 29K subscribers. So it just blows my mind that this is what we've been able to achieve. But how have we been able to achieve that? If we look at last year, I did about 180 videos in total between long form, short form, and live streams, right? More long form, probably around 80, short form, compensated for about, 50 of those, and live streams, we did about 45. But if you look at this year, at the time of this recording, I think we've done about 240 videos. And it's a 50-50 split with 100 videos over for long form and short form, and live streams as well being around 25. And I look at that totality and I'm thinking, over the past 3 years, producing that many videos, that's just on my channel. There's a second channel, The Cut Down. There's Lover of Cars as well that we started last year. And then there's all the videos that I've done for all different platforms, be it, Microsoft Expert Zone or even Sam Mobile especially. Doing this amount of videos is really not the issue, right? It's just, it hasn't really equated to where the growth I think deserved to be. And I know that's hard to say because you don't want to compare yourself to others. You want to stay in your lane, you versus yourself. But it's hard not to see. It's hard not to see how sometimes in a month, the amount of videos that are being put out compared to maybe someone else that puts out way less trumps yours in terms of views and in terms of growth. And it hits you like, what am I doing that is so off that it's not getting the same type of love? And it shouldn't be something I should be thinking. I should be really grateful, and I am. So I just want to set the precedent. This is me showing gratitude for giving me the best year for content creating across the board. But it's also to say that when you get to this stage, sometimes it's like, 2025, the next year, we're going to do even more. We're going to do more videos. We're going to break. And I'm like, it's just not sustainable, right? There's been so many sleepless nights. The real ones know. The amount of sleepless nights, the long hours, and I wouldn't change it for anything else because I realized to really last long in this, you have to fall in love with the process. And I think what's really saved me is how much I love the process of creating content, period, regardless, right? Even the hardest part of the process, for me, for example, is editing. This is my favorite part. Most people don't like jumping in front of the camera to talk to people, but I do. I'm kind of a chatty person. So when I get to do this part, it's the favorite part. Even the most difficult part, editing, I still love it. And that's what's really helped me get through the late nights, the long hours, And it's something you have to really fall in love with, because if you don't, I'm telling you, it's going to be something you're going to start resenting and really not liking very quickly. And that's not what you want for a creator space. But at the same time, I look at this going into 2025, for the growth that we've had for producing over nearly 250 videos. What does it mean? That I have to produce either the same amount or more? I'm going to be honest with you guys and girls and peeps. That's not going to happen. I'm not going into 2025 with the mindset that I'm just going to be blistering through lots of different videos and just producing the same amount. Certain things are going to be dropped and certain things are going to change. But one thing is, I'm just not going to be doing that many videos. I know it sounds weird, but what I really need is, and it's weird people will say this or anyone will come across and say this, a bit of luck. Honestly, I just need a bit of luck. I know it sounds weird to say because it's not all about luck, but in this space, you do need a bit of luck. You do. Tactical luck. Let me just be, frank with it. It's not just luck out of thin air. You have to have a tactical approach, but you need a bit of luck. And that's all I can pretty much say. I just hope going into 2025, luck is on my side. We're able to hit 100K subscribers, get that silver play button, and just make that goal arbitrary. Because until then, honestly, it still feels like I'm not that well accomplished on this platform. Even after having the best year I've had, and I've hit my yearly target that I for once set out to do, and it actually worked. And it just tells you how much of a mental battle doing this over and over again. And I see it, and trying not to lose hope or be discouraged when maybe someone else does less and gains more. Or subjectively, you feel what you're putting out there is better than everyone else's, but you're not getting the recognition. And you know that within yourself. But you have to stay grounded and humble about it because you don't want to take shots at anyone else or the establishment, because that energy is the wrong type of energy to expend. You want to put that energy into bettering yourself, figuring ways how to attack attack how you can just make content better for it to work and yield the results. I wish it wasn't so numbers driven, but it is. It really is. It is, to the fact that where it really hit me, a part of this year, was some of the brands that I wanted to work with, that I'd worked with regularly, just wasn't responding to what I was responding to. And there's a slight epidemic at the minute with certain I'm not putting any names up, but certain channels and certain people that create content take this approach of just gaming the system. Yeah. Buying views, buying growth. And this is really stealing away from people that are doing stuff organically. And I saw it and it really disheartened me because I was thinking, do these brands not realize that some of these people are gaming the system? And is that the reason why we're not working together anymore? And that affects how your revenue, happens to come in, look after yourself. And it's tough. But I overlooked it. And I've had some opportunities come up that's going to really help supplement that, which I'm really taking on board. And that's one of the reasons why I just got to strategize in how I approach. And even if I didn't have the opportunity to, do some work during the day outside of what I do on YouTube now, which was so unexpected and I'm grateful for, this is the right approach. The producing this amount of videos, 100 plus, 200 plus, is just not the way, and it's not sustainable. And I just want to be more grounded. I want to be there for the people that I care about more, and just physically and mentally look after myself, because it can be such a struggle when you're caught in the grind and chasing it. So we're going for a less is more approach and hoping for just more tactical luck to fall on our side. Away from that, I really just want to say thank you. I'm truly grateful for allowing me to have the best year on YouTube especially, and just doing content creation altogether. From just the people I've connected with, my audience, the content that we put out there. I look back and I'm super proud. That's the most important thing. Throughout the process, the end result, and just being here, to even be able to do this, I'm truly fortunate and I'm truly grateful. Happy New Year, and see you in 2025.